1 minute to prepare for your IELTS speaking cue card can feel like a ticking time bomb, right? In today's video, I will be sharing an extraordinary and impactful strategy to make the most of those 60 seconds. Plus, stay tuned for my upcoming app and website launch announcement to supercharge your IELTS preparation. When the examiner hands you the cue card question and says, now you have 1 minute to prepare, it's easy to panic. But remember, 1 minute is all you need if you know the right steps. Here is the foolproof, structured and plan which will help you to prepare your IELTS speaking cue card in less than 1 minute. So preparing an IELTS speaking part 2 cue card in 1 minute requires a structured approach. And here's the complete guide with example to help you maximize your preparation time. So here is the 5-step structured approach. In the very first step, you have to analyze the cue card, under which you have to focus on the main topic, that is the question, and the subtopics, sub-questions, that is the bullet points. And in the second step, you have to brainstorm and choose your key ideas. Key ideas for your sub-questions you need to mark down and you need to write down those ideas. Step 3 is you have to logically organize your thoughts, that is the intro, detail and conclusion. Step number 4 is you have to prepare linking phrases which will help you to logically organize your ideas. And step number 5 is while you're preparing for cue cards at your home, you should practice your delivery of your cue card. So let's understand all these 5 steps in detail. So looking at the very first step, which is the analyzing the cue card. When you will be given the question and the examiner says, now you have 1 minute to prepare. So in that time, you will take 10 to 15 seconds to analyze the cue card and you should focus mainly on main topic and the sub-questions which are known as the bullet points. For example, the question is, describe a book you have recently read. You should say what the book is about, when you read it, why you liked it, and why you would recommend it to others. Let's say this is the question. Now your second step is you have to brainstorm and choose key ideas, and which will take no more than 20 seconds. You have to jot down few bullet points using keywords or short phrases. Your notes should address each sub-question. Yeah, this point is very, very important. What is it? Your notes should address each sub-question. That means you should address each bullet point very, very clearly, logically, and in an organized way. For example, let's look at the sample notes of the given cue card question. So for example, the book is Atomic Habits, written by James Clear, and it is about self-help, building habits and breaking bad ones. You read it last month, recommended by your friend. Why you liked it? Because it organizes practical tips, engaging stories, and it is science-backed. The meaning of science-backed, that it is scientific book. It is based on science. And why you would recommend it? Because it is life-changing and it is easy to read. So this is the exact format and exact structure, and this will take not more than 25 seconds for you to write down when the examiner says, now you have 1 minute to prepare for your cue cards. So focus on this area specifically, where you have note down the key points, the sub points under all the bullet point and under all the sub questions. This is the main thing which you have to focus on. So moving on to the third step, which is you have to logically organize your thoughts. This means use a mental structure. You have to use a mental structure. That means you have to start with a clear introduction, briefly introduce the topic. You have to add details. That means you have to answer all the sub-questions one by one. And you have to end with a conclusion where you have to summarize or share your personal feelings. Again, this will help you to logically organize your cue card, and you will obviously improve your fluency as well using this approach. And fourth step is also prepare some linking phrases. For example, to begin with, one of the reasons I liked. For example, you can add some example to make it more interesting and meaningful. And in conclusion, to end your cue card, you can say, in conclusion. In this way, your ideas will be logically organized and the examiner will get to know that you have clearly, logically organized your cue card, which will be beneficial in boosting and improving your IELTS speaking cue card course. So practice your delivery every day. If you have extra time, rehearse mentally or whisper your response to yourself. Now let's look at the sample answer, which with the help of those notes I have prepared. So how you can start? One of the most interesting books I have read is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a self-help book that focuses on how to build good habits and break bad ones effectively. Again, I have used the sample notes to create and to make my own sample answer. I came across this book last month when a friend recommended it to me. Initially, I wasn't sure if I'd enjoy it, but once I started, I couldn't put it down. Also, focus on the vocabulary words I came across. I couldn't put it down. These are the phrasal verbs which will definitely help you to score more than 7 in your IELTS speaking if you use this type of language. What I liked most about the book were the practical tips and the engaging real life stories that made the concepts easy to understand. For example, the book explains how small changes like setting a cue for a habit can lead to significant results over time. So also I have used the linking phrases, what I like the most, for example. So this will help to logically organize my cue card. I would highly recommend Atomic Habits to everyone who wants to improve their life. It's not only easy to read but also life-changing in many ways. I have already started applying some of its techniques and I can see a positive difference. So exactly I have used my notes, my sample notes to make this a cue card sample answer. Now here are some pro tips for your cue card preparation. Use a template. It doesn't mean the exact templates. It means practice using a structure so it becomes a second nature. That means the structure which I have explained in this video. Prioritize ideas. Focus on answering sub-questions first and then add any extra detail if time allows. So basically, cue card is not the random answering. You will be given some bullet points and with the help of those bullet points only, you have to develop your cue card ideas. Practice timing. Use a timer to stimulate the 1 minute preparation approach. Be specific. Include examples to make your answer engaging and memorable. Here's some exciting news. My brand new IELTS preparation apps by the name IELTS Quest is launching, where I will conduct free webinars and provide strategies for all different IELTS modules, either your academic or general training. Plus, head over to globalhub.amanielts.com for exclusive mock test study material. Remember, 1 minute is enough if you practice smartly. Practice using this technique and you can handle any cue card like a pro. So if you find this video informative and beneficial, do give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and wait for my upcoming IELTS application and my website for more IELTS study material and practice tests. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and all the very, very best for your IELTS exam.